Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are enjoying your families. I wanted to hop on real quick, just share a little bit from my heart as I'm continuing to grow in our success and to build our leaders and help them achieve things. I thought it'd be good to share with the world how we're doing it. And so many people out there have goals and dreams and hopes that are phenomenal. And I just want to help add to that, whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're an attorney, a doctor, if you're building your own traditional business. I believe what we're going to share today is going to add value to everybody out there. And so many people have goals and have dreams, and they allow themselves to be held back for whatever reason. This world there's a phrase that you have to see it to believe it. And I want to just completely dismantle that belief because it's false, right? But whatever we believe in our lives becomes true. And so can you just imagine a world where if you had to see it to believe it, like what kind of world would that be? Will we even have cars, airplanes, microwaves, light in the dark? Will we have ever gone to the moon? Guys, if you had to see things before they came to fruition, if you had to see them first, nothing would ever happen. Nothing would ever happen. So whenever people tell you, oh, I got to see it to believe it, man, that's not your people. Guys, run from that person as fast as you can, guys, because that person's living in a mindset that's going to keep them where they're at. There's no way in the world you're going to see something before it happens. No, you have to believe it and then you will see it. And so if you're wondering why people are winning and crushing life, they have the same mindset. They believe that if they believe something, then it's going to happen. If they work hard enough at it, that they can make that thing come true. And those are the kind of people you want in your corner. Those are the people who drive businesses, who drive things to the future. Those are the big money makers in our world and the shakers and makers of this time because they believe things are going to happen before they see it. Anybody can be an employee mindset. Anybody can say, yeah, I got to see it first and then I'll do it. Okay, guess what? If you see the car, it's already been created. There's no hope in that. There's no dream in that. There's no big value in that because someone already did it. So if you're going to wait for someone else to accomplish it, then what value is that from you? So if you're looking to make major changes in your life, if you're really looking to break out of the mold that you're stuck in, you got to get out of that mindset. You got to say, oh no, I'm going to believe it's possible. And then what's going to happen if I keep believing it's possible, then your subconscious mind is going to go into hyper gear because it's going to figure out, oh my goodness, I got to find a way to make this crazy man's dream come true. Like once you decide, how you doing, Carly? Good to have you on this morning. But once you decide that something's possible in your mind, then you keep pushing at it and pushing at it and pushing at it. And what's going to happen is slowly but surely, your mind is going to start taking over and it's going to start running beyond you because your subconscious mind cannot help when you've made a decision to really have something in your life and it becomes an emotional attachment to you. Your subconscious mind takes over and it starts finding ways to make it happen. And so those of you out there who are like, man, I'm ready to make some changes. We got to talk about some things because right now, if you're not making progress, if you're not moving, there's something that's holding you back. And maybe it's fear, right? Maybe we need to be honest about why you're not in motion. Is it fear of what people think? Is it fear that it might not work? Is it fear that it's actually going to be hard? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, winning in life is hard. Go ahead and admit that right now. You're not just going to win because, oh my gosh, I want to be successful. Guys, that's not how this thing works. So go ahead and throw that out the box right now. If you want to be ultra successful in anything that you're doing, you're going to have to make a decision right now that I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. Kobe Bryant shot 10,000 shots a day. Guys, he didn't just become Kobe. He forced himself to be Kobe. And so those of you out there who are wanting to be successful but not wanting to do the work, guys, that's delusional. Like those two things don't go hand in hand. You're going to have to work at something and you can't judge someone else's success on your success. Someone may walk into something that you're doing and go straight to the top. Well, guess what? You don't know what they did for the 18 years prior to getting that prepared them to have that immediate success. Country music singers who sell 1 million records overnight. Oh my God, they're an overnight success. No, they've been playing in bars for 15 years before they finally got the one song that made them a millionaire. So they put in their work, they put in their sweat, they put in their equity. You don't get to the top without doing those things. So stop fooling yourself. Right? Benjamin Franklin said people who are good at making excuses are seldom good at doing anything else. right? If you got excuses for all the reasons you're losing, if you got excuses for why you're not winning, guess what? All you're ever going to have is excuses. You'll never have what you want. You'll never have the actual things that you think are worth your time. Because wherever your focus goes, energy flows. So if you're going to focus on all these negative things, guess what? That's what you're going to have. That's your life. And you're going to get exactly what you picture. How about change that thing? How about deciding that going through the things you fear are more important to you than the fear itself? How about realizing that the only thing that could possibly happen is failure? But guess what? There's no such thing in life as failure. There's only feedback. Either you do something that's working for you or you do something that's not working for you. And guess what? That tells you to go in a different direction. So I tried this and it didn't work. So let me try something else. Oh, I added so much salt in my recipe today, but that was too much. So tomorrow I'm going to do a little less. Guys, that's feedback. It's not failure. There's no such thing in life as failure unless you picture it as such. If you do something that didn't work, then now you know something else should work. Now you know to try something else. Thomas Edison, how many times did he attempt the light bulb? Thousands and thousands of times. And not once in his mind did he ever think, oh, I just failed. It won't work. No, he said, I found another way that doesn't work. So I'm a little closer to the element that is going to make light. There's no such thing in life as quitting. It's only growth. And when you get to that mindset that I'm not going to quit until I get there, that I'm going to do the thing, I'm going to work as hard as I got to work, I'm going to read all the books I got to read, I'm going to get on all the videos I have to get on. When I get to that mindset where I have to have it, then in my life, those things are going to start to come. Good morning, Kristen. Thanks for joining, guys. But you will not win in life by just thinking it's going to happen. You're not going to win in life by pretending things are going to come. No, you win in life because you go to work. And anyone who says anything else, they're lying to you, right? I didn't build $1 million business by just sitting on my phone hoping people would come to me. They didn't just say, oh my gosh, Mr. Brooks, he's the bomb. Like they didn't just start magnetizing themselves to me. No, I had to go out and find them. I had to go reach out and get into networks and do lots of posts. You guys see that we do giveaways every month. Like this didn't just happen on accident. But here's the fun thing. I believed I was going to have $1 million business long before that thing ever happened. I believed in my heart and in my soul that if I just did what I needed to do, if I worked as hard as I needed to work, if I talked to as many people as I needed to talk to, that sooner or later, someone else was going to catch my vision and we were going to have a successful business. And so for those of you who are out there who are struggling and you're like, man, how do I do it? I'm going to tell you how you do it. Number one, get the excuses out the way. Stop allowing yourself to believe that you can't do it, that you don't have time, that there's not enough energy, or that, these people are they got all these gifts that I don't have. Bull crap, right? You're lying to yourself. You win in life because you decide to put in some sweat equity and go to work. And until you decide to do that, you're not going to be ultra successful. And guess what? That's okay too. Like you got to look at your life and decide, is this enough for me? Like, is this all I want? Because if it is, man, by all means, enjoy it. It wasn't for me, though. Like, I knew I had bigger dreams for my life. I knew that I wanted to make billions in real estate. I knew that I wanted my kids to travel this world. I didn't want to just be sitting at a job for the rest of my life. So I had to do something different. And so guess what? That something different comes at a cost. And you need to be real with yourself about what that cost is. Because as long as you're thinking things are just going to happen for you and you're not going to have to really grind, if you're not going to really have to outwork someone else, guess what? It's never going to happen for you. And you're lying to yourself. But here's the truth. You can do anything you put your mind to. That's a fact. You can do anything you are willing to put in the work for. If you're saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to work for it and I'm going to fight for it, then here's what's going to happen. Sooner or later, you're going to win. Don't give up. Don't ever quit. Don't allow your friends' negative crap, I got to see it to believe it attitude, take you away from your dream, because those people are always going to be stuck where they're at because they're going to be stuck in what their mind allows them to believe. But what I'm promising you today, ladies and gentlemen, whether you're in my industry or whether you're a doctor or whether you're looking to grow a global real estate business, it doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you believe it's possible and then you're willing to put in the work to do it. Don't allow yourself to say, oh, I need to watch the Cowboys every Sunday. I can't do that. Bull crap. How about this? How about make enough money to where you can own tickets to every Cowboy game, to where you can own box seats to the Cowboys. I'd much rather enjoy that than watching from my TV. But you choose you. I'm not here to tell you how you want to live, but I'm just telling you it sounds like a lot more fun to be at the Cowboys game than watching from home. So is it okay if you sacrifice a season or two to get to where you want to be in life? To me, it is absolutely. And you got to ask yourself that question. Your circle of people, if they're not pushing you forward, they're pushing you backwards. So you need to decide who you're hanging around. There's so many things in your life that you have to make a decision and stop allowing yourself to stay mediocre. That is not what we're here to do, guys. We were born to be great. We were designed for greatness, but when you don't do those things and you just rather sit around and drink beer every night, if you rather sit around and not do the things you need to do with your life, well, guess what? You're going to stay exactly where you are. And that's okay too. But don't lie to yourself, right? I'm here to break those chains. I'm here to tell you right now, the truth of life is if you're willing to work, there's anything possible that you want if you're willing to work hard enough at it, if you're willing to focus, and if you're willing to set yourself apart. But you won't do it on accident. It's got to be something in this $1 billion dream box that we've all been blessed with. You have to convince yourself it's possible first for it to happen. And so I can't wait to hear some of your stories. I know I'm already getting a lot of messages in. Guys, make sure that you trick this little thing right here, right? You got to convince yourself first that it's possible, and then you got to go to work. Right? I had $10,000 a month on my windshield long before my business ever got there. I got $25,000 a month on my windshield now. Like every time I reach a goal, I grow my goal. It's all over the place. I got it on the mirror in my bathroom. I got it on my screensaver in my phone. I'm not allowing myself to be stagnant. Every morning I wake up and I listen to champions that grow my mindset, that takes it beyond where I'm at. I'm not listening to people who make less money than me. I'm listening to people who make a whole lot more money than me because they're going to grow me. I need to be stretched and I want to be stretched. If you're not willing to go through the pain, they say no pain, no gain, guys. It's a fact. You're never going to get what you want by sitting in your comfort zone. Everything great in our lives is outside of our comfort zone. And if you're not willing to go through that, then you're lying to yourself. Go back to where you were. And I'm okay with that. Stay there. There's lots of people who got to ride that ride. Lots of people like riding the Ferris wheel. It wastes a lot of time, but you don't go anywhere. I'm about change. I'm about looking for things and people who are looking to expand their mind and expand their business and expand their lives, because that's what excites me. And so if you're that person, send me a message, because I'd love to hang out with you, buy you lunch. Let's have some fun. At the end of the day, guys, it's all about hope and dreams, but none of those things happen if you don't believe. So you can hope for something and want something your entire life, but if you never take action, if you never believe that it's even possible, if you don't trick yourself into getting into motion, then you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. So I love all you guys. I hope this helps somebody out there. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys soon.